Hello everybody and welcome back to the next episode of Crusader Kings 3, where we are an independent kingdom of Brittany, as is France, as is Burgundy. You might have noticed time has moved on a little bit. I'm still having issues with getting Crusader Kings 3 to work, and unfortunately I'm playing on an Iron Man save, which means that if time moves on and then it saves, there's not much I can do to stop that, which I'm very sorry for, but I'm just trying to get this series to work as best I can. Let's get time ticking along here. We did have some skin in the Kingdom of Wales, but King Maredudd has deposed the young queen that we were betrothed to via our grandson, so there's no point keeping them betrothed now. I suppose we could reignite the claim, but I don't know if it's worth it. I arrived in Brest to pay homage to you, glorious queen, as a show of my loyalty. I bring you rich gifts worthy of your majesty, as a token of my goodwill and servitude. 50 gold. Very welcome. I wait patiently on my throne for the arrival of Duke Gerard, who is soon announced and ushered before me. He kneels in deference as attendants bring forth his gifts of coin and precious objects. The oath is taken and scribes record his pledges to serve the Kingdom of Brittany. At last I bid the Duke arise, confirming my satisfaction and Gerard's rights to the land he rules in my stead. We get renown and we get some money and some prestige. I'm certainly not going to say no. There is this pox starting. We've got to be a little bit careful. That's a major smallpox incident. So if that continues to spread as it is doing, we're going to have to lock our borders pretty quickly. Come on, stay outside. Dwarf in Bruges is to be treated to a dreadful symphony of human suffering. Pestilence has come to this once thriving metropolis. Summon the physician. It's a good physician, if I remember correctly. You want us to take radical action. We will do radical action. Was that the right decision? I don't know. Sure, we'll find out momentarily. Early prevention success. The disease, which was set to spread like a flame to paper across my realm, has slowed to a crawl. The radical measures proposed by my physician have taken a toll on the economy in the short term, but the pox may not be quite the threat we had all feared. Excellent. So taxes down, but plague resistance up. It's well worth having. We've only got two potential heirs, Harry, our grandson, and our much, much better daughter, Princess Ingrid, who's a genius and confide in Hale, and is married to someone who has consecrated blood. So, if we can, we may want to just bump off Harry or take him out of the line of succession for our much more competent daughter. But given there's a major plague incoming, we're just going to be careful, because that's starting to grow relatively quickly towards us. There's only 5 fatalities at the moment. But if it continues to spread, we need to shut the borders quickly. We do have a good physician, but we've really got to keep an eye on this pox. Hopefully it can just stay in northeastern France and southern England. We'll have to see. Something's happened here in the throne room. The Carrot Approach, my personal physician, has somewhat settled into his role, though not without some teething trouble. He's made no bones by the fact he thinks he should be better rewarded if he's to truly throw himself into his work. Come, my queen, I am in the service of the Queen of Brittany. Shouldn't I have more table scraps if I were to spend my days absorbed in poultices on your behalf? Yeah, because I want your physician to go up. Yeah, you can have an increased salary. Given that we are literally about to go through an epidemic or pandemic or whatever, having the core physician wanting to be here and being well paid for his skills, I think is a sensible decision, really. We're not going to hold court at the moment. I don't want them to bring the plague in. 37 fatalities, 39 fatalities, and growing. We've got an artifact from France. Interesting. We can get a pelt. I'm going to say no. I'm also not going to travel. Because that seems to say that. Oh no, Duke Gerard has died. So who's the next Duke? Let's get you in. You don't like me very much, but that's because you're a powerful vassal. If we put you in, you should like us relatively okay. Who holds... You hold Flanders now, Duke Tybalt of Flanders. And some of your siblings have taken some of the other bits of land, fine. So Jutrad, give us just enough time to come and give us some money before he died. I mean, he was a lunatic, scaly, and riddled with smallpox, so that kind of makes sense in a way. It's still nearby, but it hasn't caught on to us yet. But 69 fatalities and growing is not great. There appears to be some other major world plagues as well. We've got a bit of money. I might just invest a little bit more into disease risk resistance here in Brest. I think there's a way to do that, if I remember correctly. Or we can just up the Bailey for a better fort level. Yeah, we'll do that. My daughter Ingrid seems to have been having a difficult time at our latest feast. She seemed away early and was not seen for the entire rest of the evening. I don't want her to be shy. I don't want her to be gluttonous. No, keep your impatient trait. That's fine. It's not a problem. Okay, the brand new cognac has gone to the Order of Alcantara. It's probably okay. I still need to kind of understand how the Holy Orders work, because this is like, these are the people that we run, I think. Yeah, commanded by us. But I still don't actually really know how we actually get him to come and fight for us. I'm guessing it's only when we're fighting someone of a hostile faith, which is going to be unlikely in northern France. Probably the closest we would do that would be somewhere down in the Iberian Peninsula, I would think. Ireland and Alba are separated, so we'll see how that goes. How's the plague looking? It's taken more casualties, more fatalities, but it's not yet grown into our lands, which is good. Who are you fighting? That's just a tyranny war. That's fine. I'm not too worried about that. Now, what are you doing? Okay, there's a fairly big English revolt happening as well. Goodness me, that's a lot of troops. That's the vast majority of England going against the English Queen. So, what happens on enforced demands? Queen Ethelhild is deposed. Interesting. So it looks like we might be due a new monarch in England soon. We'll take Holabody here, because that gives us a health boost. I don't really care about the fertility, but we could, in some ways, decide to go celibate. Although I'd hope at 58 and 63 respectively we wouldn't be having any more kids now. That's what I said about Ingrid, right? And then she turned out to be pretty damn exceptional. Right, core artifacts. We've got a new artifact here. We'll just put some new things up. We may as well. I mean, more banners are always useful, right? By God's nails, there's a cursed charge from my grandson Harry, and his compatriot were caught red-handed having snuck into the armoury. Don't they know that weapons are dangerous? Harry was apprehended by a servant after he had knocked over a suit of armour while looking for a bandage for his companion who had hurt himself. It seems that Harry is fond of rash and uninformed plans. Impatient is fine. I mean, it's more prestige. Honest or arbitrary? No, just keep him patient. More prestige is always going to be useful, I would think. Okay. We're just keeping an eye on things, seeing how this plague goes before we decide to fight any more. Because part of our lands are very much part of this pox. But if we don't have to go into isolation, that would be good. But we've got a very limited family tree, so we need to watch out for these things, really. Could elevate co-monarch, but there's no one we can do that with. England really is quite spectacular. Is there anything I could make her? I could try and make her ambitious, although it's unlikely to succeed because she already has 3 personality traits. I don't even know what we spec her into, to be honest. Why would we put her into learning education? That's silly. Go into stewardship. I mean, that might have been a bad idea. But it looks like she's good at stewardship or learning. I don't know if we need more learning. I'd much rather take the extra stewardship for the extra cash flow. And she's a woman, so unfortunately Marshall isn't that useful for her. Because we're playing as a Catholic nation. I think that pox is starting to recede, which is good. Wonderful, we managed to keep the plague out. Although we keep an eye on it. Now, Kingdom of France. Have you got any issues that I can exploit? But first, as I struggle to make out the tiny letters on the scroll before me, I feel a headache building once again. Why do scribes insist on writing such small symbols? I squint and try again. Nothing short of a miracle. With the aid of a stone of glass, even old women struggling with bad eyesight could read with ease. So everything which is impossible to read. That's just a good amount of money. There's the Duchy of Poitiers here. And you don't look that strong, and your king appears to be on death's door. Are there any claimants to the Duchy of Poitiers that I can invite to court, perhaps? You two are kids. You're my courtier. But I can't give you land. I could go to war on her behalf. Although I think she would act as an independent, unfortunately. Oh, you're my friend as well. I can't really go to war with you. To bring her claims in. My dear Henrik, I might not have loved you, yet I feel your passing more acutely than I ever thought possible. You're always there, my constant companion. Did I take you for granted? There are so many things I left unsaid. He drank himself to death. Great. He's our friend. I don't feel like we can really go after him, although you seriously need a new haircut, my man. He's excommunicated, so we'd be allowed to go to war against him. He is our friend. I would feel a bit bad for doing so. Getting Beaumont. I'm just seeing what claims are available to us, really. Could I not go to war against him? Just go to war against someone specific? That'd be much nicer. No, I would have to go to war against the whole of France. Oh, stop worrying. The plague is over, pretty much. I find Archbishop Benedict pacing outside, pain-stricken. My queen, heretics cry that the pox is God's wrath, that the end is upon us. Violence, panic, fanatics preaching doom in the streets. We must act, or their madness will devour what little order remains. I don't really want an apocalyptic cult, if we can help it. Let's have an apocalyptic inquisition. Although that might cause a faction to rise. We'll have to see. We're not married. I don't know if we want to remarry now. You are very good in terms of your martial. Match your lineal marriage. Sure. Come aboard, sir. I don't think you'll give us a kid at this point, so that should be okay. Are we not allied with Hungary again? I guess we're probably not. Any claims we go. I'm curious to see what's going to happen in this war in England. If we can maybe take some of southwest England as a opportunity to get some land there. I'm going to decline that invitation because the pox is still ongoing, at least for the time being. And for now, I just need to keep myself alive till my children come of age. England's not far away. Now, what about Harry? He's okay. He's hardly the stuff of legend, that's for sure. You've got a claim on the Kingdom of England, but you're also possessed, so perhaps we don't. Perhaps we don't get you married to you. You claim on the Holy Roman Empire. That is way too big a claim for me to really go after. Kingdom of Wallachia is not that useful to me. The Byzantine Empire, that's an interesting one. Let's keep an eye on any interesting claims or alliances, or even traits. I could disinherit him. We could always re-inherit him should the time come. But I think I'd much prefer this goes to our daughter. We're going to lose a lot of legitimacy, but I'm sorry, Harry, my daughter's much better. We're going to cost us 300 prestige here and 400 renown. We disinherited him. We can always, I think we can always restore inheritance if we want to. Of course, that costs us more renown. But our daughter is just so much better. And also she's older, so if we die, she's ready to take over the mantle. I think we've got to go for that, surely. I prefer not to go to war with this guy because he is our friend, and having a friend is useful. The problem is, who else do we go after now? My court physician bows low before speaking. My duke, tending the sick has strained our efforts, and the people whisper that the crown no longer cares. If you were to bless coins and distribute them yourself, it might soothe their anger. A royal touch, they say, brings healing. There's a small chance we get smallpox, but I think it's worth it. I mean, Ingrid is just so much better to take over the throne, because we might even get consecrated blood when these two have children, although this Prince of the Holy Roman Empire is still going to be a little way off before he's of age. But we'll have to see. We haven't been able to expand much. You're an independent realm. You, I think, are the previous Empress, if I remember correctly. I might just declare war on you. I don't really want to bring you on to tribute, to be perfectly honest. You're still allied to Sweden. That is curious. Who takes over that bit of land when you die? A vassal of France. So if we're going to do this, we need to do this pretty quickly. I don't really care about bringing it under tribute. I want to take it as actual land. So we'll have to see how that goes. Finally, the plague has left the realm, and we must take this as an opportunity to rise from the chaos that left in its wake. We now emerge from the wreckage of the old world, and the time has come to consider the new. We will spend the 91 gold. We've got gold to spare at the moment. You will get a weak hook on me because you know that I killed some random Welsh child, I don't know, like 12 years ago. Sure, you can have a weak hook. That's fine. It's only a weak hook. It shouldn't be too bad. Your health is ailing, so it shouldn't be too bad at all. I'm just wondering, I can't elevate you, no, because you're a woman, annoyingly. Can I change my laws? I'd love to change my laws. I don't think I'll be able to. Laws of the realm, here we go. I could pass High Crown Authority. Really, I much prefer to change the gender law from male preference to equal. But the problem is we don't have the relevant bit of law to do that. I mean, male preference is better than male for sure. But so far, our female rulers have been much, much better. We could just get absolute crown authority. And we could just designate our heir. Although, we've seen as a little bit of a tyrant for doing so. Maybe we don't do that just yet. Let's keep upgrading our buildings as best we can. More taxes is always useful. And we can in fact construct some new buildings here. Cattle pastures, Hunter's Lodge. We'll go for wooden barracks. Get some more levies in play, why not? And we'll float a little bit of cash in case we need it for anything. Looks like we've got a new king on the throne. But there's still more conflict going on. I don't really care about bringing England under tribute. I wouldn't mind a claim on, maybe not the whole of England. That might be a bit much. And you wouldn't accept because we're already a king or emperor. It's unfortunate. Who else can we declare war on? Again, we could bring France under tribute. I'm not sure that's particularly worth doing. What about Wales? Can we get a claim here? No, we're still a king or emperor, so he's still not willing to do so. I actually need you to stay alive as long as possible, please. Because how long? Another 14 months. I think that's going to be unlikely that we can get Ile de France before it goes back under French control. So the problem now is that because I'm independent, it doesn't leave me a huge amount of options as to where to expand to. So I'm just going to look at more claims generally. Duchy of Champagne would be nice. It's a pretty big piece of land, actually. You are relatively powerful. Are there any claimants? Preferably men. Would you come to court, sir? I'll pay for your travel expenses. You wouldn't quite do that. You've got an unpressed claim. You might be more likely to come to court. No, you're a primary heir, unfortunately. You're 67. So I don't have a huge amount of options. You're 45. You might come to court. No, you wouldn't. So that leaves us pretty much with you. If I send you a gift, 50 gold, and I'll also pay for your travel expenses, you will now come to court. Good. Antoine here. You are possessed. We seem to keep on finding possessed people to push claims for. But now, if the time is right, we could go get the Duchy of Champagne. I mean, we've got to. I know he's our friend, but he's relatively weak at the moment. I don't know if it works that I need to give him a bit of land. So I may well do that. You can have Avranches, that's fine. We can have Sablé. Which one is giving us more? Avranches is, so you can have Sablé. There you go, he's our vassal now. And now we're going to war with France because I think it's just worthwhile to do for us to claim the Duchy of Champagne. We've got the troops for it. Let's go. He's our friend, although presumably no longer our friend. Now, do we want to call in anyone? 750 prestige to call in you, which I don't think is worthwhile. Can I call in some dynasty members, though? I'll call you in. Anyone who's actually got like a decent amount of troops can come into war here. Possibly should have waited. That's interesting. You give me a claim on Frisia. That's in the Holy Roman Empire. That's less interesting to me. Okay, good. Got a couple of allies. Let's go to Champagne, shall we? From all my evenings watching the stars, I've seen with my own eyes what I've never only heard of before. The stars move at different speeds and reverse their course at different times, but seemingly in large groups. Depending on which celestial sphere they could belong to, indeed, with the right calculations one could even predict their movement. My Archbishop does not approve, of course. Leave the skies be. The celestial realm is for the clergy to know. We get an earthly focus, or we can go for insight in the heavens. No, we'll just focus on earthly matters. That's fine. Okay, you've picked up another ally, but you're not particularly strong. You do have a little bit of money, but we should be okay to win that, I would think. Now, we need to head to Champagne, which is over this way, if I remember correctly. In fact, that there in Reims is where we need to be going to, fine. If we can go there without taking casualties, that'd be expected. 292 casualties, not ideal. I guess maybe, actually, we'll go to France first. Go from there. You're a hostile army. I don't know if that's something I need to worry about particularly. With her coming of age, my tuition of Ingrid is at an end. Despite always seeming to seek authority and order, Ingrid has not become as proficient as expected in the administration of lands and people. Perhaps she can be considered lucky for having mastered the art of counting coins, for most other aspects of a steward's work seem to have eluded her. That's probably because I changed her education at the last minute, which was a bit silly of me. I should have just kept it as learning, even though that's not going to be ideal. You would be an excellent tutor and a good master of the horse. You can be an excellent tutor. I'll give you some prestige and some money. For the meanwhile, let's go and do some fighting. Do we want to change our commander? You're very good, but you're also failing in terms of your health. Why is the husband wearing a very interesting headscarf? You're also ill. Oh, he lived in a warlike court. Maybe it's a Hungarian thing, I'm not sure. We'll send Huskott out, that's fine. He's been very good for us in the past. Yeah, they've got 5,000 troops now, but we're at 9,000. So we're doing okay. We just need to try to win. I mean, this would be a big coup for us if we were able to win it, that's for sure. Because this would be a whole bunch of champagne. Not literal champagne, but a whole bunch of champagne territory. Looks like our allies are arriving, which is good. Someone's got a claim on Bruges. Doesn't hugely worry me. I'll be curious to see what this allied army does initially. Because they'll probably get to that fort first, in terms of sieging. Yeah, 6 months versus 4 months. But maybe when this allied army joins, that could change the swing of things. As the renown of my dynasty grows, familiarity with the glorious Pridden sigil spreads too. My family's emblem is now common knowledge, listed among the great royal families of the region and the highest nobility of the Bretons. We get a wonderful dynasty banner, wonderful indeed. We'll have to pop that on in our royal court in a little bit, although that's probably not something we need to focus on too much at the moment. I feel like we've got bigger things for us to focus on. Or maybe we can just take the King of France hostage and that'd be good. Oh good, the person that we deposed and we didn't like has died. Excellent. That's actually very useful for us. We can get a new lifestyle perk. We've already maxed out whole of body. We could go for theologian or we go for scientific. I guess we'll go for scholar. Cultural fascination progress. That's probably useful in the long run. Three months left. So they'll take that siege first, but we should be able to swing things back in our favour afterwards because we've got two separate armies here fighting on our behalf. Our chancellor position is empty. You really don't like us because you want a seat on the council and we killed some of your family members, so guess what? You're not coming on the council. This mayor can, though. Mayor Marie, she's doing very well. Yeah, we lost that holding, but it's only minus 5%. So it's hardly too concerning. I'd love them to attack us across the river. That would actually work in our favour, to be honest. I don't know if they will. They're actually pulling back. That's interesting. We can probably ambush that group. The battle of court and the complaints of lords annoy me, and the last thing in my mind is the quarrels of an ordinary citizen. We don't want to gain stress. The council will decide in my stead. That's fine. We don't want to gain stress right as we're trying to push forward another war here. But again, this would be a big coup for us if we could actually take out this bunch of champagne. Although the only concern with that is that we're going to be closer to the Holy Roman Empire. Now we're friendly with them at the moment, but it may not stay that way. We need to go over to Reims now, because that's the actual place we're trying to take out, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, over here. Let's go over there, start knocking down an actual bit of champagne. We will take some casualties moving through. We've taken some prisoners. In fact, we captured the Princess of France. I can negotiate your release. I can recruit you. I could gain a weak hook. Ransom? 50 gold. I can gain a hook on the king. No. Have your daughter back. I'll take the 50 gold. That's not a problem. because that will allow us to call in some mercenaries should we need it. I don't think we're going to need the mercenaries, but it would be nice to, just in case. We're not going to hold court at the moment. We do have a new court artifact. Let's just put that up. Okay. I don't have many more places to put things. That's just a pelt, though. We might be able to change that as time goes on. Okay, that's fine. We've got plenty of pelts. Pelts are not the issue. Yeah, we'll get a claim on Ile-de-France. We may well pick that up at a later stage. Our councillor's died. She was our steward, that's fine. Count Michael or Michelle. You don't particularly like us, but we might be able to fix that. I'm going to start swaying you if possible. Just to bring you on side, if that's a possibility. Sablé is under siege, but not by a huge amount of troops. I'm sure we can go and relieve Sablé before it becomes a problem. But let's carry on sieging over at Champagne. We might be able to pick here the county of Cambrai and Ile-de-France as well. In fact, can we even offer you... Are we at war with you? I guess we are. I can offer you peace. But no, I don't want to do that. You're an independent realm, so we might be able to do something there. New fascination could be selected. Wonderful. We discovered advanced bow making. So we can have both shooting ranges and we can recruit crossbowmen. Very nice. They could be pretty good. We may well do that as time goes on. Hoardings would be nice. I think having extra forts would be pretty useful. So yeah, we'll do that. If I go to my armies, crossbowmen, excellent. Let's get a couple of regiments of them created. Even just 2 for now. I'm not going to go to the coronation of this lady. Yeah, we'll get some crossbowmen built because I feel like crossbowmen could be very useful for us as time goes on. Yes, more people taken prisoner. We'll go over here to this city. Although we might want to just go... Let's just go relieve Sablé quickly. We're already at 34%, so we're doing pretty well. We can ransom these people. Sure. It's money, right? I think we can only do that one at a time, though. And I can ransom you. You are the, I guess, the daughter. I don't know. Anyway, it's 100 gold. I took Harry out playing with a bow. To my surprise, he ran into a wounded doe. When he showed me the animal, its wounds were evidence of a slow and torturous death. Harry just smiled. Harry's sadistic. Do I like that for you? I guess we did disinherit you. Try and become ambitious and... Actually, that might be a... Making someone ambitious who's been disinherited is probably a terrible idea. But we'll have to see. That might have been a poor decision, to say the least. Let's go relieve this siege. Picking up the padded swords for a spy match with my grandson Harry, I noticed a tattered journal cast to one side. Some martial arts training, excellent. We captured someone else, even better. Hi there. You want to give me some money? I do like money. Our royal court continues to increase in splendour. Or grandeur, I should say. Now, let's go and take out some more territory somewhere. Got 52%. Let's head back over towards Champagne, because that's where it matters. I think this fight is won. He's kind of running out of troops. Which is pretty good. We just need to take a couple more bits of territory and maybe another fight or two, and then we'll be okay. Exiting the church in Castel Pau, me and my friend Kaiser Philibert end up in company of some local merchants. They are in the middle of a discussion regarding theology and worldly wealth. I would invest in the church, but how can I know if that is even Sir Matthew's will? We can get a temple grounds for free, sure. For 75 gold, that's probably worth it, I would think. Right. Yeah, we still don't need to call any more dynasty members. I think that's very unnecessary. We just need to push forward and win the rest of this war. But we're already at 52%. So that's pretty good. We'll go deal with that army in a little bit. Guess we can go to this barony here. Besiege that barony. Will take 4 months. We could assault it. I don't know if that's particularly worth it, to be perfectly honest. I knew that getting older would mean doing everything slower, but I didn't think it would come to a halt until my death. Lately, I feel like on some malaise and everything takes more effort than before. I'm worried that if I lie down, I might not be able to get up again. There is no doubt that my time is running out. I feel like I can do naught but to await death's sweet embrace to claim me. We're infirm now. But we still haven't been told our time of death. We get a year's notice, I believe, because of one of our traits. She's still actually in good health, which is remarkable. Or fine health, I should say. Oh wow, Ingrid has picked up administrative courtier. She spent at least 5 years living in an organised administrative court home to many bureaucrats and officials. That's cool. She's doing pretty well for herself, that's for sure. Constructed some hamlets, even better. And some wooden barracks as well. This is all just going to help us continue to expand. And we have a fight on our hands. Jerusalem. Sure. We'll join the conflict. Who can I appoint as my beneficiary? Either my niece or my niece. Are these actually our blood relatives? I don't know if they are. We can't nominate anyone else, unfortunately. Because these are Hungarian nieces? I don't really know where they are, to be honest. I think they are either in Wallachia, fine. It's a shame we don't have a different beneficiary we can choose. Harry, we could maybe, but he's 12 at the moment. Can I redirect the war somewhere else? That'd be quite nice. Can do Aragon, can do Serbia. Is France still excommunicated? If France is still excommunicated, that could be very interesting. I don't think he is, unfortunately. Because if he was, we could have redirected the crusade for France. But that's not going to happen, I don't think. Let's go kill some more French people. Where can we go now? City of Crepy, I suppose we can go to. We can't actually besiege that place. Besiege you. Ransom this random person for 30 gold, sure. We're 64%, so we just need to keep pushing. He doesn't have the soldiers to come after us. And this will get us a fair whack of territory taken out of France, and that will go to our land. I mean, I'd like to push into the British Isles as well, but, you know, if opportunity presents itself to take parts of France, I'm certainly not going to say no. Something's happened to the royal court. Saucy readings. Lately, I can't help but notice the gaggles of giddy maidens and unusually austere warriors gathering in dark alcoves to listen, enraptured, to a book. Today I have finally cornered Violent with the book in her hands. It is clearly a licentious text, filled to the brim with sensuous temptations, earthly seductions, and supple bosoms. I am silent while I ponder the probable reaction of Archbishop. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. And Violent stares at me in apprehension. Juicy. I don't know if I want more fertility. Culture comes in any form, let them read. Children educated at your court will be more likely to develop a curious, lustful, or cynical personality. Just throw it away. That's all you need to do. Just make it disappear. Because I don't know if I want my kids to be lustful, because sometimes too many kids is a problem, to be honest. Right, how long is this siege going to take? Another 4 months. Might just speed this up by assaulting. That's probably unnecessary, especially for some little brownie here, but it did speed up the siege progress somewhat. Could start a legend. The legend didn't go particularly well last time, so I don't know if we're going to do another one of those. Harry could marry, or can be betrothed to this lady. We get an alliance with Sardinia and Corsica. She's a comfort eater. You're not that well allied. I think we can do better for Harry. No, I'm sorry. I don't think that's worth it, to be honest. This should be nearly done. We've got a dangerous faction. We want to lower Crown Authority. There's a few people in there. Okay. We'll have to keep an eye on that for sure. We now control this place. We're up to 81%. Let's just go kill these people. Still can't enforce our demands just yet. Come on, lad, you're beaten. It's time for you to give up the fight. So I can claim a bunch more parts of France. We'll go help out this siege here. The quicker we can get this siege done, should be enough for us to win it. Daily progress is looking pretty good there. We're doing pretty well in terms of our money. In fact, we can probably keep on investing it over in Brest. We'll keep our fort level increasing, because I think that's just a useful thing to do generally. Penth, there might be something we can do there as well. No, things cost a lot of money there, and some things are still upgrading fine. You will cost a bit of money, fine. That's okay, we're just going to continuously upgrade our land as best we can. There we go, we've got a victory. Enforce demands. And that should bring champagne into our land. Greetings, friend. May your years be short and miserable. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. That's not quite what I expected to get the Duchy of Champagne, but you know what? We'll take it. It's a bit of extra land. Cambria's been eaten by the Holy Roman Empire. Would you take vassalage? I'll give you low feudal obligations. Send you a gift. Don't know if that's going to be enough. I'd much rather do this without fighting. No, it doesn't look like you'll be able to do that. But we can easily just claim that bit of land next time. Disband all our troops. And in fact what we'll do, we'll just declare war straight away. To the Ile de France. You're pledging a great holy war against Sheikh Alim. When it starts this war ending conclusively, do you wish to start this war anyway? No. How long do we have? Launches in 7 months. We might be able to get that done. Like, she's not going to live forever. Let's see if we can get that completed in time. Declare war. Attack anyway. Raise our armies immediately. We're going to have to go if we want to get this bit of land done. But there's only one territory, so if we take out that land quickly enough, we should be okay. 6 months, it's going to be close. You've joined in, you're not too powerful, I'm not too worried. But this is just another piece of territory for us as well, which would be very useful. Because at the moment we've got 2 separate territories. I want to reconnect our territories if I can, so claim this territory for me so that our lands are connected again. I don't like having separate lands. But we've taken a nice chunk out of France there, which is pretty good. How quickly can I get over to here? Oh, it's going to be close. It's not going to be close in terms of military superiority, it's just going to be a problem in terms of speed. We don't need to call any allies or friends in. That's completely fine. I just don't know if we're going to be able to finish this war because this launches in 4 months. We're going to have to really step on it. I don't care about some random wedding. Really. We go for plant cultivation. Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. Right, get this battle won ASAP. 5 months to siege. We're going to have to assault this fort down. Oh, he's no longer a friend. But remember all the good times, like when I invaded you. Oh, court grandeurs decreased, that's fine. Come on. We're going to get a lot of casualties if we end up doing this via assaulting the fort. But this great holy war, the Crusade for Jerusalem, launches in 2 months. We're going to have long to do this. Assault the fort. We've got the troops to do it. Come on, hurry up. It's the only way we're going to get this siege done in time. It's only 68%, damn. Let's go over here. Again, we'll have to besiege it, but this launches in 25 days. I don't know if we're going to manage to do this in time. He's joined the war. 8 days, 7 days. It's not going to work, I don't think. Day's fault. Well, this war still seems to be ongoing, so that's fine. I may as well carry on. Now that we've started. And we'll go for the Crusade later on. Who can I appoint now? Appoint this random Mayor of Bledros, daughter of Mayor Bledros. I'd love to get one of our actual children in there. We'll leave it for now. We probably don't want the beneficiary for ourselves anyway. We probably just want to get the rewards for actually going and attacking. Harry's been spending an unusual amount of time at the stables as of late. He's begun to neglect his peers at court. The child seems fixated on one specific horse, as he begun to claim that he speaks horse. The child then begins to blow raspberries with his lips to make whinnying noises, occasionally stopping to inform me that he and the horse were talking about. Apparently this beast has ambitions to rise into the rank of Pope. Okay, buddy. You're a bit eccentric, but that's okay. This is what happens when we take you out of commission for running the country. But 68%, then we can go and fight this army here, and that should resolve things for us. Still haven't managed to breach the walls yet, but that's okay. I'm not too worried. That's a massive fight. This is a big crusade. We will go and join that when the time is right, however. I've got bigger things to concern myself with at the moment. We'll go fight this army here. That should give us the victory we need, hopefully, to claim Ile de France. Off the old Empress of Francia. Is my hope. We're 87%. We should be able to catch up. It's not a huge amount. 178. We'll have to keep chasing them down, I think, here, in an effort to keep fighting. It's going to be quicker than the sieging, I would say. Let's go over here. We should be able to win that before they leave, hopefully. Not quite. Keep on chasing them down. Okay, they're going to keep running. Let's go back and just besiege somewhere else. Guess we can go to the barony of Paris. Actually, our war score from battles is as high as it can be anyway. Okay, we captured some more people, but it's not enough. We need to actually just claim a bit more land to keep pushing forward. Those are some cell swords. We'll have to go deal with them, unfortunately, before they siege that place down again. I'll ransom you for 10 coins. We won't get any more war score for this, but we need you to move on. I'm not going to a coronation, doesn't particularly matter to me, coronations. I'm here to actually win some territory. Duke Siegfried imprisoned Count Bernard, who's now been moved to house arrest. That's fine. He's our half-brother, but he was our deposed half-brother. Oh my goodness, 8 months to siege down Paris. Speed up time a little bit here. We gained an artifact. Are you courageous? You are brave. Cool, he kind of likes us, that's good. Someone is under siege. Although I suspect that's going to be moving rather slowly. All this just for one territory. But hopefully it'll be worth it. I may even just assault when I can. Cujo III has created an independence faction. Doesn't like us very much. Hey, we gave your father a lot of nice things. And now you're creating an independence thing? That's not very right of you. There we go. Let's claim it de France. It's another bit of territory, which is useful. We're above our domain limit. But I think we can fix that next time. We will call things apart there. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.